Wow, what a jump shot. He's fine. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this safety shot. Yeah, it looks like he's going to go rail first with some spin. Great shot by Sean Wilkie. And he drills it. What a shot. Just, great shot. Great shot there. Because we've seen both of these players play each other at the Maryland State events, which we streamed at. And we've seen Aranis come up victorious a couple times. And, of course, Brandon did beat Aranis at the 10-ball event. So here's a little bit about Brandon Schuff. Of course, his nickname is Show Nuff. And I also came up, you can see on his arm, in Schuff We Trust, some of his career achievements. He was actually on the 2012 Mosconi Cup team for USA. He did make it into the top 12 of the Mosconi Cup players last year before it got narrowed down to the 5 that played. His pull of ice is to stay in your comfort. Your comfort zone is your cage. And I've certainly spent a lot of time with Brandon, so he's always about getting out of your comfort zone and doing some of the things that you don't want to do. He is actually a certified instructor now, and as soon as Stan Schufford's book is released, he will be certified to teach Pro 1. So it's a aiming system that he uses along with Matt Crawl and a couple other players. And then we'll bring you some information about James Aranis later on. Both players lag. Looks like Aranis is going to come up victorious on the lag. Of course, Aranis sporting one of his brand new competition polos right now.
I was just fixing to comment on that. That is a masterpiece.
Yeah, he really liked the black and red that we did for Christina from Russia, and he was like, "Man, I want a black and red one." So I actually did 2 for him. So he's out there styling and profiling. Great kid from the Philippines. You know, has only been in the United States, I think, for the last 2 years. And you know, I had some time with him. We came down last year together. I drove down with him, and he stayed with me for the last Barry Berman Memorial. And so we had a lot of time in the car to talk, and he was just telling me some stories about back home, and you know, such a tough country, of course. The Philippines being a third world country, you know, he said it's really tough just to even get $100 over there. So the fact that he's over here, even though that he's over here now tasting victory. Of course, he just came off a big win at the Expo. He won the Pro 10 ball.
Yeah, that's massive.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
And he's got a couple victories, big tournaments under his belt. So,
do you remember what the total player count was for that?
I know they were filled, so I don't know what exactly it was. If they were at 64, but all the events out there were completely filled.
Yeah, they did a good job.
So Aranis breaks, comes up dry. Of course, 9 on the spot, so a little bit different break that you're going to see from these guys using the cut break. And he's going to leave a shot here for Brandon. And both of these players are a threat to get out from anywhere. Two very different style of play between Brandon and Aranis. but it's definitely going to shape up for a good matchup here.
What would you say is like so different between the two of them?
Well, you know, Aranis plays at a very fast pace. When the balls are wide open, he's got that long Filipino stroke. And Brandon, since being through the Mosconi Cup training, when he made it into the final 12 players, really said that he's learned some things as far as the drilling from Johan Rusnik, who's the captain of Team USA. And he's learned to slow himself down a little bit. So actually you'll see him when he's stroking, he'll take a slight pause on his backstroke, which is something that he wasn't doing prior to his training on the Mosconi Cup team. So he'll be a little bit slower, a little bit more methodical. Aranis will be a little bit faster. Brandon uses a kick system and a banking system. Avid one pocket player. Aranis just getting into one pocket. And yeah,
I think he got the 5.
He did get
a little bit of a roll there.
He did get a roll. So we'll get a shot at Aranis kicking here.
Yeah, that didn't turn out his way.
No. And so that's very interesting. So you'll see Brandon, like when he kicks balls, he'll actually measure it up. Aranis, more on feel, you know, just like there. I mean, he saw the line and he went ahead and kicked at it.
Yeah, it was bam.
Yep, both wearing ball caps. There's no dress code here for the players. Yeah, Larry, sorry about the delay, but we're at the mercy of the tournament director, so we'll bring you the matches when they bring them to us. Little punch shot there by Brandon. He'll have a shot on the 4. And now, given where he's at on the 4, he may be looking to play the 5-9 combo here. Oh, he got around. Perfect. So we are streaming through the Q Masters Facebook page, but we are also streaming on our YouTube channel. You can go to YouTube, type in Billiard Sports Network, and find us there. You find a live stream, and we're streaming live on Twitch. Great platform. Twitch is in full HD, so if you're watching on a big screen, you can head over to Twitch and check us out there. So pockets a 6, just slides it out for the 7. 8 balls by the pocket, so he'll come off the rail here. Doesn't have to do much here with the cue ball at all.
Oof.
Used all the pocket. And Brandon strikes first. He'll go up 1-0. And if you weren't with us earlier, it's 9-ball on the spot here. U.S. Open modified rules here, meaning that 3 balls don't have to go past the head string. 9 ball will count in any pocket on the break. It is alternating breaks between the players.
It looks like both players are struggling to get the balls to settle in.
Yeah, that's what Aronis was saying earlier to Brandon, because it's just not racking tight. And since they're not using a template rack here, it's a little tough. Of course, Brandon has been playing for a very long time. Spent some time out on the West Coast playing. Spent a lot of time with Ray Hansen. A lot of different events in the Midwest. Just recently came back from Paris. So you can see there where the balls weren't racked exactly tight. 4 and 9 didn't move at all. So Aronis will have a look at the 1.
What a shot.
Great shot by Aronis. Banks the 1, gets a little help from the 6, then has a shot on the 2. He'll slide this over here for the 3 ball up in the corner. 4 ball's got a pocket, so he'll bring the cue ball back here. He's got a nice angle. He'll just draw this so that he doesn't touch the 9. Perfect. And then he'll look for position to get to the 7. He wants to get on the long side of the 7 ball, so he leaves himself just a slight angle where he can slide the cue ball up if he likes. That's exactly what he does. Wants the spin, carry him up there. It's like 7 balls on the rail, so he'll just come right off here and play the 8 in the same corner. Follows the cue ball down for the 9. Perfect position, straight in. And Aronis will tie it up 1-1. Race to 9 here on both sides. You're watching an A-side match, so still winner side. Aronis won his first match against Liz Taylor. Schuff won his first match against Mike Davis.
You know, I'm looking at that shirt that he's wearing, and the design on the inside of that red print ties in with his sleeve on his arm so perfectly. It's like the same style. It's awesome.
He was excited because I had sent him a message yesterday on his way down. I said, I got gifts for you. He was like, man, you're making me all excited now. Very humble. I mean, he's come a very long way. Just in a short time, and he's definitely a household name. Everybody knows who Do Dunk Diamond is, and but he's still very, very humble, very down to earth, and he's a great guy. One of my favorite players. We're so happy to have him on Lights Out. So.
He's got a little bit of an angle here, and he's having to bridge over the 4.
Yeah, and the 2's in a tough place. You have to go short rail. he tried to hit it hard and punch it off the rail. But you can see, especially on these diamond tables, how tough it is to make that shot. And this is really the difference maker, because we're coming off a tournament where we just streamed the Maryland State 9-Ball Championship on the bar table, where you're seeing a lot of players just running out from everywhere. But when you come up to the 9-foot tables here, especially these red label diamonds, you know, being precise really comes into play. Aranis elects to play safe here.
Oh, he got just the touch too. Barely tapped the rail.
He'll leave Brandon a kick here. He can go right into the short rail, almost by where, so just past that center diamond, and come across it and have a possibility of banking the one. Or if he wants to come in a little bit short and play like a kick safe.
Put a little bit more juice on it than I thought he would.
Yeah. And now he'll give Aranis a shot here. So he's got the 2 to the 3. Now we'll have to see if the 4 goes by the 8 ball. Which looks like it does. So good shot there by James. You just draw this back or go to the rail. Again, just bring the cue ball back for the 6 ball. And he's making sure to stay on line. He'll go forward here with the cue on the 6 ball.
He's going to be a little short.
Yeah, he wanted that ball to hurry. He was trying to play 7 in the same pocket. So here's a little tester for him. I've seen him make these shots before, but it's so tough with the side pocket being there. If he really wants to go at it, he could cut this in, or he could try to play safe here. And that's what he did. Try to just get it to the center rail and get the cue ball behind the.
Is it going to get? Ooh.
Whoa, look at that.
He's going to leave him the full ball, but he also left him the full table.
Yeah, Dan, I'm not sure if they've actually updated the rails on the red labels here or not. But I can tell you that they definitely, I've played in this room lots of times. They definitely play different than the blue labels. Pockets are a little stingy here. The shelf is, I think, what the difference is. So tough shot here for Brandon. Yeah, Southwest, you're right. The bank that Kazakis played safe on in the World Pool Masters, and then David Alcady drained it for the win.
Mm-hmm.
Hill, what a shot that was. Of course, Kazakis has had he had a great year last year. He's been playing very well. Struggled a little bit in the Moscone Cup.
Good shot.
Yeah, a great shot there by Aranis. Dan, thank you. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you keep sharing the stream. We always keep the stream free for the fans and the viewers. Aranis goes up 2-1 on Brandon. Yeah, we always keep it free. So if you guys are you guys enjoying the commentating and you like the feed, you can just head over to PayPal and type in sales at bsncoverage.com. Drop us a donation. No donation too small. $1, $2, $5, $100, whatever you like. Of course, we have the donation link in the pinned post, and we'll drop it in the comments too if you like to show us some love. You are listening to Jake Lawson and Josh Sutterfield. We just uploaded all the videos from the Maryland State Championship to our YouTube page. So if you want to see some great matches, you can check them out after this weekend. Just go to YouTube and type in Billiard Sports Network. Of course, none of what we could do that we do now, we couldn't do without our stream sponsors. So big thanks to them. Cut break there by Brandon. Misses the one ball on the side. It's going to come up dry. Ronis will have a shot here on the one, but he's just going to like to play safe. Look at this. He's going to get behind the 6. He gets behind the 3. One ball's tight on the rail. But it looks like Brandon will have a nice kick lane here. So he doesn't eye it up. He knows he's got to hit right below the pocket with some spin, which he does, and he hit it good. And if it doesn't hit the 4, he leaves James safe. But he'll leave an opening here. Of course, Ronis went first here in the players' auction. Oh, he missed it. Went first here, so he would be considered the favorite. Brandon Schuff went second. Sean Wilkie went third. Ronis misses the one ball in the corner. One ball trails back up. Brandon's going to play it safe here. I think what he was trying to do is try to put him behind the 8 ball, but ends up running into it. Still a tough shot here. Ronis will have to spear this one ball. Wow. Great shot there by Ronis. Thank you, Spike, for your donation. Appreciate the love. So, very good shot by Ronis on the one ball to get a shot on the 2. Wants to get by the 8, the 9. He gets there. So he's looking at it now. He's just going to draw back a little bit here off of the rail. He doesn't even use the rail. Come up to play the 7 in the side. Just perfect shot there. Just roll this down. And this is what I really like about watching players like Uranus, Schuff, and Wilkie. More so with Sean and Uranus, like they both use the rails a lot. Some players, slow roll that ball on the side, and these guys want to make sure they get a nice firm hit. So make sure the cue ball trails down and uses the rail system to come off. Uranus leads 3-1.
Might be a dry break here.
Yeah, you can see Uranus. He's actually not cutting the rack as much.
Yeah, and I saw Brandon lean in, just kind of like looking to see if the rack was straight on or not. And I wonder if he was doing that because he noticed he was breaking different.
Yeah, I mean, not that we don't want to say any players do that, but there has been a tendency sometimes to see certain players cock the rack.
Good shot.
Uranus is not that type of player. But a lot of it does come down to racking the balls and then hitting it perfect. And Uranus is just having a little bit of tough time here with the break with 9 on the spot. Of course, over in Europe, that's all they play, 9 on the spot, and majority of pro events here in the United States play 1 ball on the spot. And look at that.
He's going to get out of it.
Yeah, he gets a good roll there off the 6. He'll have a shot at the 3 in the side pocket. 4 ball over by the other side.
Yeah, 5 to the 6 is the only other piece of work I see. Which he's going to leave himself plenty of angle to make it happen.
Yeah, he definitely he'll leave himself a nice angle here to come down on the 6. He just has to see how he wants to go at it on the 4 ball because it looks like he got a little flat. So he might be able to go off the rail. No, he was too straight, so that was the right shot. He just draws back, creates the angle now for the 6. So he'll pocket the 5 ball here. Come with a little low right. Come just past the 7 ball. Down where he's standing now.
He's got a good angle to get up for the 7 too.
Yeah.
Played it great.
Now he just has to see how he wants to play the 7. He's got an angle here where he can just draw back and leave himself an angle to play the 7 all the way up. Ideally, he'd like to be on the top side of the 7. So if he's got enough angle, he might try to get up above it. It looks like he does. Yeah, he did.
Oh, perfect. Don't get too straight.
Yeah, he doesn't want to get too straight. I think it's a little straighter than he liked. It's funny because Brandon and I were just playing together down in at Diamond Billiards. I stayed in Richmond Thursday before coming down, and I had a similar shot like this. And he said, when you look at this shot, you almost want to go forward every time on it instead of trying to draw back with spin, and that's exactly what he did. He just comes up a little short. Because I had the same shot, and I tried to draw it, create the angle, and draw back with inside spin so that I come back up to the top rail and spin it over.
Yeah.
And he says when you have a slight angle like that, you always want to go forward with it. So, And he stayed true to exactly what he told me, because that's the shot he made.
He makes a great shot on the 8, and
Yeah,
lays funny on the 9.
he just needed to either come another, couple ball lengths this way, or a little shorter. But this is still a cuttable shot. It's just he's going to have to use a bridge here. Oh, so it looks like Bethany actually lost her match to Tuan Chow. They just called her to watch a B-side, to play a B-side match. Oh man, he cut it way too thin. So I would have liked to go in with a bridge there, and went the opposite way. He tried to throw it in with the spin, and he hit it a little too thin.
Yeah, that was a pretty tough angle, especially having to be stretched out like that too.
I couldn't tell. I think maybe he shot it left-handed too. So Ronis is going to lead 4-1. You're still watching an A-side match here. Race to 9 both sides. Finals will be an extended race to 11, one set. Brandon pockets the 5 in the corner, and he'll have a shot on the 1. Good shot coming back around again on the 2. We just have one of Roy's horses here today. Ronis is down to defend his title.
Yeah, I saw Roy posting stuff about getting some table time in with Aranis. I told him if we didn't have to set up and do all this, I would have pulled the trigger on that in a heartbeat.
Yeah, that's one of the really great things about having Roy in Virginia, and having Aranis and all these players. The ability to be able to actually go down and train with them. Roy's worked very hard with James to come up with a good training techniques, to be able to show the players, because a little bit of a language barrier there.
Yeah.
But James has gotten better, obviously, than he's been in the States here.
Well, I can tell you it's definitely night and day difference between the first time I met him and today.
Oh, yeah. Brandon makes short work on that rack. Gets within 2. So our next match after this will be Nilbert Lim versus Gary Orndorff. Of course, Gary, the general manager here at Q Masters. So he's playing in this event. Another dry break by Ronis. So if you guys are just joining us, let's comment where you guys hailing from. Where are you guys watching the stream from? Drop your comments below. Let us know where you're tuning in from.
I see a couple people in here who are watching from the other side of the room.
Yeah, true.
Oh, he didn't quite get there.
Rob Metz joining us, the Baltimore Bullet. What's up, Rob Metz? That's my Brohimski. Oh, Sean Wilkie's joining us. He's actually in the ring. He's probably in a match. And tuned into the stream.
Oh, no, look at that.
man, Uranus. We got Dan Taylor from Cumberland.
This is good for Brandon here.
Yeah.
Looks like the 3 goes by the 9. I mean, even though there's a cluster, 3 goes by the 9. The 5 goes in the bottom right corner pocket. So every ball has a pocket right now.
Yeah, if he can just get the right angle and the right line here on the 2 ball.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, that was a great shot. Just
Perfect.
Coming. Just came right by the 7. Offline just a little bit, but he can draw back for the 3.
Now this is a little touchy because he might be able to get out of that without bumping the 9. You just don't want to tie your 5 up because right now it has a pocket. So if you're going to bump it, you got to bump it good enough to make sure it stays open.
Yeah, if he can just make sure he gets by.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, just bumps the 8. Great shot. We got some people tuning in from Ohio.
Now that 8 ball blocks the pocket that the 5 had, though, so now he's going to have to shoot a combo. You see him looking at it.
Yeah. And he doesn't, you don't want to try to draw into it here, so he might just be forced to play the 5-8 combo. Or he could take a look at the 5-9. So you can see there, he points to see if he can maybe draw back to there or get back to there for the 5 on the side. That was a good shot.
Yeah, it was.
He just made sure not to hit as much of the rail first coming off of the draw. And probably came a little bit further than he'd like, but he can still pocket the ball here. And we'll see how the position is if he's able to come off that rail. So see this. The pockets are very stingy here. Of course, Brandon very upset about missing that shot.
Yeah, I mean that was his opportunity to bring it within 1.
Yeah, he knows it was a missed opportunity. And this is where Uranus is dangerous. Table's wide open. You can just see how he just strokes the ball. Fearless. He'll hit this with some force and come back down table. So he just lets it loose there a little bit. And
that's how it's done.
Yeah, Uranus gets 5-3 instead of being 4-3. Brandon, within 1. So let's see who else is out there. We got Bud from Jackson, Michigan. Thanks for joining us. Rufel, I hope I'm pronouncing that right, all the way from Oregon. Chris Jackson from Culpeper, Virginia. And we have Michael from the Big Island, Hawaii at 808 Billiards. So thank you guys for joining us. We'll be here all weekend. If you're in the area, come on by and check it out. Q Masters, if you haven't been here. Lots of nostalgia. Great pool room. Been around for a long time. Host to the U.S. Open. Great staff here. Great food. One of my favorite places to come when I'm on the road. And, of course, home to my partner, Josh Setterfield. And it's nice. I guess it's nice to be able to just drive 5 minutes to the venue. He's so used to driving 4 or 5 hours up to Maryland. Yeah, these are Dan and Pro Cut pockets. Oh, you get some love, Sutherland. We know you're from Richmond. You should be down here playing with these boys. So Ronis, I think he was trying to keep the cue ball there behind the 2 ball, but he's gonna leave a shot here for Brandon. Brandon can play the 1-6-6 in the jaws. He hits it good. Needs the cue ball to slow down.
He might have just got perfect.
Yeah.
Look at that. So,
Yeah, but this is a tough shot because you're coming back towards the pocket, and the 2 ball where it lies at, you gotta get perfect.
yeah, this is tough. You gonna try to go behind the 4?
You know, he might be trying to get up top on the 2 ball.
Yeah, he's just between the 5 and the 8 is what I thought he was looking up the whole time.
It's so tough though. And this is another shot that Brandon and I were just talking about the other day, where he was saying like the zigzag shot, like as long as you know where your cue ball is going to hit, after you come off that first rail, you can take the pocket out of play.
Yeah, just trust the angles you saw whenever you were standing. And
Look at that. Wow, that was a great shot, actually. I mean, he hit it perfect.
Yeah, he did. Wow.
Gets up top for the 2 ball on the side. So really now he's gotta take a look and see what he wants to do with the 4 and the 5. And you see him coming over here to take a look.
I mean, the 4 goes easy in the bottom corner
4
pocket.
does go by the 5 in the bottom. So he'll have to get the correct angle here on the 3. You see him hit the 2 ball a little bit easier.
I think he got it. I don't know that it's as much as he wanted, but he might have to power draw between the side pocket and the 8 ball.
Yeah, if he wants to get up table. This is a big stroke shot here.
Yeah, we're about to see something happen. Gets by the 8 ball.
It's a very good shot there by Brandon. Ah, my buddy Jordy. Thanks, man. We appreciate that. Appreciate all the love. Thanks for the words of encouragement and the compliment. Brandon had really nice out this rack. Playing good position there. So we'll see. Brandon goes down to the bottom rail as well. Gets perfect on the 9. He'll get it within 2 now. Aranis still leads 5-3. Alternating break format, so Aranis will come back to the table. So far, he's broken dry the majority of the times that he's been at the table. So I look for him to figure it out, though. Ron is smart kid.
Just cutting a little more.
Yeah, he really needs to cut a little bit more. Wow, again.
Do you see how sharp that one ball? Like the one ball hit like a
Yeah.
full dime. It almost banked in the across.
I think he needs to take a little bit off of his break. And because he may not understand that the 3 balls don't have to go past the head string, and I think maybe that's what's happening here. Is that when he heard the rules,
Just went to power, just full on.
yeah, and so because really technically without having to go past 3 balls past the head string, these guys could just chip the one in the side, which means you don't have to break very hard to do that.
Just needed a little bit more speed. It would have turned out great.
So I'll have to make sure I say something to Ronis after the match.
Yeah, because he definitely looked like he put more gusto in that than I've seen him break in the past.
Of course, 10 ball is really his game. His game of choice. So I guess he set himself up here for a bank. That's what he did, and he missed the bank, and he's... Oh,
Ooh.
no. He should have scratched.
I think the
You think
point
he's got him
might
hooked?
have him. I think he's hooked by the point.
Look at that. That's a good look at it right there, folks.
Wow. And he's so close to that point, it would be really hard to swerve. Because you'd have to shoot so far away from the 2.
Yeah, it's possible, but he's up against the... You can see that the backside of the ball is up against the rail, so that makes it a little bit harder to jack down into it. Yeah, Sutherland, you're right. That's what we were just saying. He typically doesn't, so I think he thinks that it has to go by. Oh, he could see it. That was
It
good.
looked like it was on that point. Turned out a little unfortunate for him.
Yeah, he just bumps it the wrong way.
Yeah, but don't breathe on it. Yeah. That ball was barely hanging on.
Well, it was in there. Got tough now. I mean, the way this is set up, I don't know if he's gonna. He might have to play safe here unless he really wants to. I think that's what he's trying to do. I don't think he wants to try to cut this ball. You can see him shaking his head. And he's looking at the cut. And it's so thin. And over top the 8 ball. It's a very tough shot here. I almost like trying to put him behind the 5 or just try to play cue ball safe. Make sure you get the cue ball in a certain spot.
Yeah, if it wasn't so stretched out from the head string, it'd be easy for him to just bank the 3 down table and leave the cue behind the 8, but that stretch makes it really tough.
Plus he doesn't want to leave like a 3-9 combo either for Aranos.
Overdid it.
Yeah, overcut it. He'll leave a shot here for Aranos though. 3 ball goes by the 5. Oh man. Ronis missed it. We don't see James miss too much.
Mm.
Saved by the point. Almost scratched there. So with the 8-ball there, he wants to make sure that when he pockets his 4-ball that the 8-ball doesn't come into play. So if he's got enough space, he may be able to spin this in, but I probably look for him to go back and forth here on the 4-ball after he pockets it. That's exactly what he does.
Needed to come out a little bit more than that, but
Yeah, he would like to come out just so he could have had a better angle for the 6. But now he's going to look to see with this angle if he'll run into the 6, because if he does, if he can run into the 6, he might be able to get a shot here. So he's going to hit this with a little draw. That was perfect, yeah. And so just like that, Brandon has opened the rack up for himself. Little straight. Good shot. You'd like to come back a little bit further than that.
yes,
But he'll still have a shot here.
3 rails behind the 9,
Yeah.
or in front of it.
That's a perfect shot there by Brandon Schuff.
Nicely done.
Brandon Schuff within 1 now. Ronis still leads 5-4. Yes, Sutherland, you have a good point there. He was mentioning about Jesus's. Remember those shots we saw the Maryland State when Jesus drew into the point?
Yeah.
What a crazy shot that was.
Sorry about that, guys. No, at least it's not super crooked. We'll get that angle tidied back up for you guys.
Somebody just came by and tried to squeeze themselves through a space that they shouldn't have squeezed themselves through. So we'll adjust that. Make a sign that says, "Do not come this way."
Yeah.
But yeah, back to Jesus's shot. We saw him actually do it, I think, 2 or 3 times at the Maryland State, where, he had a weird angle, and he actually drew the cue ball to play it back into the back point of the side pocket, and it really was an amazing shot. And the fact that he was able to do it multiple times, and when we talked to him after the event, I'd said to him, I said, "You absolutely practice that shot, don't you?" And he said, "Oh yeah." So
That's awesome. Is Brandon eyeballing like a one pocket bank shot right here, trying to thread the needle?
Yeah, it's
Get
possible.
that 7 ball.
I mean, either way, you know, he wants to make sure that if the cue ball is going to cross, that he gets the cue ball in a spot. I don't think you really can go for it. Mark Nanishi, thanks for joining us on the stream. We got to get you down here, Mark, to Virginia Beach to play these boys. Of course, Mark's had a couple good tournaments as of late, so congratulations to you, sir. Push there by Brandon Schuff, so he'll let Ronis figure it out.
Ronis says, no, thank you.
Yeah, he didn't want it. Brandon didn't want it either. So he probably will look to play safe. Oh,
he was going for it.
He was going for it, and then look what happens here.
You think he actually goes for that? I don't know.
I don't think so.
The rest of it's too open.
Yeah, I don't think at 5-4 you want to take. If the 9 ball was a little closer to the pocket, maybe.
Yeah, he just looked up the corners.
Because he can get the leave on a 3 if he plays a 2 up in the corner. So. Oh man, he just
he dogged another one. Here's Brandon's chance to come back.
I haven't really don't see that a lot. Of course, the last event that we were here last year. Oh wow! Last event of the Barry Bird Memorial, Ronis was, I mean, in dead punch through the entire tournament. I think the only person that got close to him was Eric Moore.
Oh, this cue ball didn't come out, stayed there. Yeah, you got the inaugural champion and the second annual champion.
Yeah.
Playing each other right now.
Missed another one. And like before we started, I was over on the table with Aranis, because he knows these pockets are a little tough, and I kept setting the ball up on the third diamond and letting them shoot it down the table. We did it probably about 20 or 25 times, you know, because the ball was rattling in the pocket. So he was trying to get that stroke down, you know, to make the ball. And you know, it's a lot of what Roy does with these players, just makes them make the same shot over and over again. So actually, Gary Orndorff won his match 9-7 over Alvin Thomas. So the next match on the TV table with him and Neilbert, that's an A-side match. So
nice.
Big win by Gary. Congratulations to him. Brandon's still okay here. And JT Ringel winning his first 2 matches. So he's moving on, staying on the winner's side. Great shot there by Brandon.
Yeah, he hit that perfect.
We're going to be all tied up here. Just see 2 shots. They weren't easy shots, but 2 shots that missed by Ronis. That allowed Brandon to to get back into this match. So just over halfway there. We're all tied at 5s here in Virginia Beach. Greg Sabins won his match over Graham Swinson 9-5. RJ Carmona, he won over Matt Radin 9-2. So a couple little matches for you guys following your players. Mike Davis, after he lost his match to Brandon Schuff, came back and won his next match 9-4. And Bill Dugan won his match 9-2. And Ray Mart, after losing to Wilkie, wins 9-3. So just want to say thank you to our stream sponsors. Without them, it wouldn't be made possible. Big thank you to Nick Varner and Nick Varner Q's for jumping on with this event. First time with us. So, Nick, if you're watching, thank you very much. My good friends Rick Scarlato and Lloyd Boyard on the Hill Productions. Greg Sabins and Greg's Not So Pro Shop. Brews and Q's on the Boulevard. Roy's Basement. BilliardQ.com and Dick Abbott. Gina Cunningham with Keller Williams. And of course, yours truly, Lights Out Billiards Apparel. I'll bring you some more information about some of our sponsors later. If you go on our website, you can click on the sponsor link if you're interested in getting any type of information from our sponsors. There's a contact form. You can fill that out, and somebody will get back to you. And if you're interested in being a sponsor for a future BSN event, we also have a sponsorship registration form on there. And you certainly can PM myself or Josh Setterfield. We can get you all the information. So we're just taking a quick break here. Brandon ran off, so he'll be back momentarily. So if you're in the area, we'll be here all weekend. So if you are in Virginia Beach, stop by Q Masters. Been here since 1971. Right in Virginia Beach, just south of Norfolk. And we're probably about 25, 30 minutes from the beach, right?
Yep, that's about it.
So Brandon's back, and Ronis to break, all tied up, 5-5.
One ball.
Yeah, one ball's down, two balls not setting up very nicely, I don't think, there.
It goes in the corner if he decides to. Looks like he took a peek at that.
Ah, there it went, right in the side. Good shot, and he gets position over here on the 3.
Perfect.
Looks like the 4, he checks to see if the 4 goes by the 9. If it does, he'll bump the 8 ball here. So, just a little punch. Boom. Now he doesn't really have to do much here. Just 4 or 5. He gets an angle on the 5. He can get over to the 6. That's perfect.
Look at that.
Yeah, nice smooth stroke by DD to get to the 6. Now he takes a look at the 7. If he wants, he can just play the 7 inside. And And then he can roll forward for the 8 in the corner and draw back for the 9 in the other corner. You can see after he's missed a couple of these shots, he's slowed down a little bit, hasn't he?
Yeah. I was just thinking about that when he had stepped away, like what type of stuff he was thinking about to get himself back in the zone.
Well, he got there quick. And,
Yeah, he did.
He leads 6-5 in a race of 9. I just found out that my mother is watching the stream, so first time ever.
Well, hello, Madre.
So say hi with the classic hi, Mom.
To Mama Lawson.
Yeah, Mama Lawson, thank you for joining and watching. Of course, my wife is over there showing her how it all works. I think at a certain age, technology is just not it's not a factor in people's lives.
Oh, I deal with that on the daily.
Yeah,
I deal with it all day long.
So glad to having her watching, seeing what we do here. Alternating breaks. Brandon Schuff's back at the table. Ronis leads 6-5. 5 balls down, 7 ball, 1
Yeah,
ball.
it's 3 balls down with a shot on the 2 probably. Look at this.
If it gets to the rail, yeah.
Boy, he should be out here.
Wide open shot here for Brandon. Yeah, Brian, JT, of course, JT, great player, and he's already won his first 2 matches. I think I was down here a couple months ago, and he won an APT event down here. So JT can play.
Nine ball.
Did
He might have.
Wow.
Did he?
See if he got there.
Oh, I think he barely got there.
Yeah.
I was kind of curious to see how he was going to play that, see if he was going to try to bump the 9 or not.
So you can see him pinching it here with a little inside English. Come right up in the middle of the table to play the 4 on the side. And it just it rolls on him a little bit.
I tell you what, for it being an open table, it's sure having to make some pretty calculated shots.
Yeah, so he's taking, we see him go down to the end of the table. He's going to have to, he'll play the 4 here on the side, and then he'll just run the cue ball down right to about where that first diamond is. And then bring it back up. Yep.
Nice.
Yeah. 8 ball by the pocket. All he's got to do is get back down here in the center of the table. And he would like to have been a little bit straighter. He could really just slow roll this if he wanted to. Or if he wants to let his stroke out, he could just go 1, 2, 3 rails and play the 9 in the bottom left-hand corner pocket. It's really up to how he's feeling. If he don't want to do anything crazy, just roll it in. Oof. He shortened it up, didn't he? I thought he'd go 3 rails, but he gets straight.
He did that on the last time. I thought he was going 3 rails. He shortened it up too, but he gets out.
6-6. We got a barn burner here, folks. Back and forth. Some couple misses by both players, but keeping it close. Of course, 9 ball on the spot, adding a little bit more difficulty to the racks here. So we talked a little bit earlier about this, but because we've had so many of these big matches early, like you don't want to lose at this point because you don't want to go to the B side because there's going to be so many players over there. And misses the one in the side.
Look at this.
Man, if at 9.
You almost have all the balls on a fourth of the table.
Yeah. Man, if that was set up right, this is a shot like Sean would take a look at the 9 to see, like.
Might kiss off the side of the 5.
Yeah. Oh, he just tried to force it in the corner. Almost makes it in the opposite corner. Johnny Aaron, show enough shuff.
It might.
Might go, yeah. 8-9. Of course, if Aranis can really get the 4 and the 7 out of there.
You think he's going to try to break it out now?
Yeah, I mean, this is a good, yeah. I would go into it here. No, I guess not.
You see something else.
I guess he's going to play the 3 off the 6, maybe, and then break out the 4. He did try to do that, but he missed it.
Hmm.
And then...
That's a little brutal.
We don't say that around here.
I like that. Taking a close look, judging by his facial expressions, he is not liking it.
That 6 just, got in the way there a little bit. And of course, the 3 doesn't go by. So tough the way it's laid out right now. So we're tied up here 6-6. Who do you guys like? Drop it in the comments. Who are you rooting for, Aranis or Shuff? Dodung Aranis, Dodung Diamond, or Show Enough Shuff? Comment below. Let's see who your horse is.
I think if he can come off the side of that 3 ball, push the 3 into the 7, send the cue up table, he'll have the 4 as a blocker.
Now, look at this, and then he breaks the...
Well, I was just kidding.
He was really in a tough situation anyways.
Yeah.
But now he gets the 8 and the 9 ball out of there, so...
And just like we were saying before, with the balls being so close together, I mean, there's not a whole lot of movement that has to happen here, which means there's not that much that can go wrong.
We got lots of people in the comments rooting for DD. So he'll just hit a little inside, but man, it just died.
That. When he checked it, it lost its momentum.
Yeah, so now he's going to have to just play this easy and take his medicine on the 6.
Yeah.
Oh, he don't want to shoot over the 7, though.
That's a double dose of medicine.
Yeah, it's just getting tougher here. He just didn't... He made the right shot. He just doesn't want to be shooting over the 7.
It's that out of line spiral. You get out of line a little bit, and it just kind of spirals and gets worse and worse sometimes. Or you land a great shot and get right back in line, but feels like it's one extreme or the other.
Yeah. You know, and he may not want to take. He might not want to try to make this. If he can find a way to play safe, and might be a better situation, because it's such a tough shot. Jacked up. Oh, fearless, man.
And he's going to have shape on this ball, too.
What a fearless shot. I'll have to take a look at that one. I mean, just total concentration on the part of Aranas to make that 6 ball.
I think it's exactly what you were saying earlier, where, you said he slowed down a little bit, and you're seeing that focus, because now he's hitting good. What a shot!
Aranas leads 7-6. We'll get that shot queued up for you where he makes the 6. Man, just unbelievable concentration on the part of James Aranas. And here you go. Instant replay brought to you by Brews and Q's on the Boulevard. You see him jacked up over the 7. He's going to hit it firm and let the ball roll. Cuts the 6 ball right in, misses the 8. Gets perfect shape on the 7. Just a great shot there by Aranas to get out of that rack. So Aranas leads 7-6.
Uh-oh, cue ball, cue ball.
Yeah, bad time to scratch there by Schuff. You can see him trying to keep everything simple now. Sometimes we've seen DD play lots of matches, lots of big money matches, lots of tournament play. Sometimes when nothing can go wrong, you can see him while he's out there just free stroking everything. But sometimes when you're missing some shots, the best thing is just to get back to the fundamentals and slow yourself down. Until things start rolling your way again. So you can see him just taking a little bit more time, a little bit more focus, a lot more concentration. And he's allowed himself to get back into that zone. And Aranas gets out of that rack. He's first to the hill. He leads 8-6. So now he'll be breaking on the hill for the win. He's had a tough time today already with the break, so let's see if he can get himself dialed in here.
We haven't seen any golden breaks on the TV table yet either, and those do count this event.
Exactly.
Nine ball got on the move that time.
Yep.
Oh, we got 2 balls down, 1 ball down. So he makes a couple balls.
Yeah.
One goes down, he has shape on the 2.
Yeah, he'll have a shot here on the 2. Missed the 1 ball in the side, but he did pocket it up in the corner. And certainly a rack if he can make the 2 ball and get position on the 3. It's going to be a tough shot. He's shooting off the rail. Great shot there
Look
by
at that.
Aranas.
4 balls already down, so we're going from the 3 to the 5 here.
Yeah, I mean, this is setting up nice for him to finish it off here.
It really is.
And just come off the, whoa, and say, look, you just...
Got fortunate on that 8 ball. He's not having to really bridge over the whole ball.
Yeah, but he definitely, you could tell as it was rolling up, he didn't want to come all the way up into the 8 ball. Whoa.
Kind of worked out okay because they gave him a really easy angle to the 6, but yeah, it
Yeah,
definitely wasn't what he was aiming for, like you were saying.
Used all the pocket there. So he's going to draw this back a little bit. Now he might have a slight angle here on the 7 ball.
Yeah, that 7 ball is about 3/4 of an inch off the rail.
So we'll see if he likes to come back with this cue ball. Oh yeah, he just strokes it.
Look at that. Perfect.
And that's it, folks. James Aranas over Brandon Schuff. 9-6.